Before I start this video, I would like to thank all of you guys for supporting me for more than a year now, and we've almost hit 700 subscribers, so if you are new here, hit that sub button to show some respect and follow my channel. Also, in my Game of the Year list, you won't be seeing any games that are remakes, remasters, or expansions. Do remember that I'm not a full-time gamer, so I'm not an expert on gaming, so the list I've made is just my own personal opinion and taste, so let's get right into it. Coming in at number 10 is a sci-fi action shooter game called Prey. This is one of those games that would go under so many people's radar but become an instant classic, and also a classic in the future. Arkane Studios has yet to disappoint us with their quality, except with their terrible port with Dishonored 2. But have no fear, Prey is no less than amazing, and they had switched their game engine to CryEngine, so the game ran very well on the PC when it came out. The idea and the concept of this game is what shines the most. At number 9, we have Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Now, this is a game that came out as a bit of a surprise to me. We didn't know much about this game, and I personally didn't really like strategy games, but this is one of those strategy games that I accepted with open arms because the story is cute, the characters are awesome, and the gameplay was actually surprisingly engaging. You can have several hours of fun, and taking it on the go made it even better. Now for number 8 is my first indie game on the list, and deservedly so. It is called the Thimbleweed Park. This game is intelligent, it's clever, the plot is awesome and often hard at times. I really loved the mystery aspect of this game, and it made you be skeptical. At times I even doubted my partners and pals. It is an awesome game, especially if you are into crime detective genre. Number 7 is my favorite FPS game of the year, and that is Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. This is an amazing fast-paced shooter game, and Machine Games has done a fantastic job making this game, and right from the start you're down to business on a wheelchair kicking some Nazi asses, and I couldn't get enough of this game right until the end, where it felt kind of abrupt. I'm not complaining about the ending, but it rather felt like it was lacking some sort of content for a $60 game, so I was a little bit saddened by the length of this game. Otherwise, this game is fantastic, and it is a very amazing game, and it should have been a little bit higher on my list. It is still an awesome game, but don't expect it to be very long and fun, because it is not. It's pretty short, and probably you need to buy the DLCs to have the complete experience. At number 6, we have another indie game, and it is my indie game of the year, and that is Cuphead. This is an amazing 2D platformer, run and gun game with an amazing art style and amazing art direction. I cannot imagine the time that went into making this game, and it is perfectly represented by the 30s art style. Just make sure that you don't break your controllers playing this game. Number 5 is my favorite fighting game of the year, and that is Injustice 2. I can still remember the hype that this game had last year, and I was not disappointed by it this year. The roster was amazing at launch, and the graphics and performance of this game was just insane. I am a guy that likes challenging fighting games, but not to the point where it's too unbearable like Street Fighter or Tekken, so this is like the perfect game for me. I really loved the campaign as well, and the multiplayer experience, be it with the local multiplayer or the online multiplayer, it was nothing short of amazing. Now, number 4 might be a little bit controversial, but it is, in my opinion, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. This game has a massive world, and it is amazing how Nintendo managed to fit this into such a small console like the Switch. This game might be the favorite game of all time for many, but for me it felt a little short of winning the Game of the Year because of some reasons. I felt that sometimes exploration was a bit of a drag, and also to get certain items to do a quest was a pain to ask. Because I have always liked the linear Zelda games like Ocarina of Time, I had a trouble liking this game as much. Not to say that this game is bad, it certainly isn't bad, anywhere near bad, but because the story is epic, the gameplay is tough and fun. There are various ways in which you could play this game, and it is a delight to play this game for the gameplay aspect alone, and probably that's why the people love this game. Now, before I unveil my top 3 picks of the year, I would like to list out some honorable mentions that I that couldn't make it to the list but still are amazing games of this year, and they are Horizon Zero Dawn, Resident Evil 7, FIFA 18, What Remains of Edith Finch, and Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Alright, now let's get down to the top 3. These 3 games are the games that I have enjoyed the most and I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. It is amazing that there are so many great games that came out in a short span of time, and it is very hard for me to pick top 3 because of this reason. It really doesn't matter which game wins this game of the year, because all of these 3 games I have chosen are amazing games to pick up and play, and you won't be disappointed regardless of which game you pick. So now, for number 3, I have picked Yakuza 0. This is by far the best Yakuza game I have ever played to date, and one of the reasons why it is amazing was because there were so many things to do in this game. You could do the main quest, which is great, but I'm sure if you played this game you would fool around going to the club, playing the mini games, and having loads of fun singing karaoke songs in a bar. This game has everything, and for a $60 price, this is just an amazing value for the money. I absolutely love the game, and I have loved Majima even more because of this game, and you won't be disappointed with hundreds of hours you spend on this game. For number 2, I have picked Mario Odyssey. I mean Super Mario Odyssey. I just completed the game and I can safely say that this is one of the best 3D Mario games I have ever played in my life. It is so amazing what Nintendo did with this simple edition of the cap called Cappy. The story is simple and like any other Mario games, but you play Mario games for the core gameplay, and this game has it all. You can be almost anything in this game and do almost anything you want. There is the addition of Power Moons, which powers up the Odyssey, which is our ship, of course, and there are 3 endings to the game which I won't spoil. If you own a Nintendo Switch, this is a must buy along with Legend of Zelda. Now that all my lists have finished, it is time to pick my favorite game of the year. By now, if you guys have followed my channel, you already know what it is. Yes, guys, it is Persona 5. Persona 5 is an absolute perfect game for this year. This game got awesome soundtrack, awesome characters, great art, great voice acting, and best of all, an amazing story which we all can relate to. It is just a complete package. It might be about high school kids and their problems, but this game is totally for mature audience as well. It is a turn-based RPG game which doesn't really sound interesting, but it doesn't really feel repetitive, surprisingly, and this is why the game has catapulted the series' popularity to another level. I cannot say how much this game means to me and my channel as well, and I have no doubt that this would be the first pick for my game of the year. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do leave me a like and also consider supporting me on Patreon or donate directly through Streamlabs. These type of videos take a lot of time to make, so a little bit of support would motivate me to crank up more. Peace out, guys, and happy holidays.
Personas. The world is not as it should be. It faces an inevitable utter ruin. However, mankind is said to hold the power to overturn even the most dire of predicaments.